trauma. But most people in the world do have trauma. And the reason they think they don't have trauma is because they are still using one of the very early understandings of what trauma is. And that really is that it's some one-time horrific event that's out of the normal that happens to you, like a car accident, a rape. And so we now refer to that as big T trauma. And it's a reality of trauma. Some people have it, PTSD, symptoms come out of that. But we've developed a lot in our understanding since that very early definition. That was our understanding of trauma. The second thing that began to become clear was trauma is what happens inside of you. It's not the events out there. Those are traumatic events, but that doesn't cause trauma. It's when a person is affected by those events because they're too overwhelming, they're too much, too soon. Your nervous system can't handle it. It's on overload. And so you go to fight or flight, freeze or fawn as a way to try to survive. And so it was important to begin to understand it's not the traumatic events that we're talking about. It's the wound that's happening inside of a person as a result of those events. But then it went further, and we began to realize that it's not just one-time events, that you can have ongoing danger. So now we went from one-time events called simple trauma to ongoing danger, which we call complex trauma or complex PTSD. And so that is now where it gets really subtle. So there's an element of ongoing danger that can be lots of little abuse, big T events for a person that just happen in a home where a child is beat up, mom is beat up, etc. But there's now what we call little T trauma. And this is where it gets really subtle. And so little T trauma is when something good should have happened to you, but it doesn't. So big T trauma is when something bad happens to you. Little T trauma is the absence of something good happening to you. So a child should be loved unconditionally. A child should be accepted for who they are. A child should connect. A child should be able to be authentic, but they're not able. Their emotional needs are not being met. That's trauma. That's little T trauma. That's the result of neglect. It seems invisible because you go, nothing bad happened to me. But to your nervous system and your brain,